Hello and welcome to Bombay Talkies. My guest is someone who has been on Bombay Talkies before but continues to remain one of India's most successful, most intriguing musicians, and especially now in the 60th year of independence, someone who's a symbol really of both our musical and so many of our other diversities. Rahman joins me on Bombay Talkies. Yeah, thanks again for doing Bombay Talkies. Good to have you back. You were just walking around some other pool not that long ago. But tell me here, what's in this 60th year of independence, what's pushing your musical buttons? What's exciting you? What are you listening to these days? Let me flip it around, and instead of asking you what you're doing.
I'm listening to most of my songs. I'm finishing all the post-production of Jodha Akbar and doing music with Subhash Guy's new film. But the interesting thing is we are trying to bring this DVD out of all the masters singing Janagan Man, Bharat Bala Productions, which I produced.
Which is kind of re-releasing the earlier Janagan.
Yeah, but all the unseen videos of all the masters. We've seen the videos which are as a combi ensemble.
Right.
Here it's a separate videos and versions which you have not heard before and stuff like that.
Coming out, that's something that's immediately coming out. Are you doing something with Vande Mataram as well?
No. So Vande Mataram, I think Sony is releasing a new version of a gold disc or something like that. I've not seen it yet.
It's already gone gold, is it? So that's coming out as well.
Yeah.
But in terms of what else is happening with music right now, is there anything that you've heard which you've liked recently from either film or...
Recently, I liked the song from a film called Anwar, Maula Mere Maula.
The film called Anwar?
Anwar, I think. It's by a composer called Mithun.
Right.
Then I've heard a couple of new singers, I think. Really good. Well, I can't remember the names. A couple of female singers. And
in Hindi films or...
In Hindi private albums, I guess.
Okay.
And
not Sunidhi Chauhan, not the established one.
No, that's not. Of course, they're all very good. I'm just saying a new one. Mehram or something. You heard that?
Yeah, Mehram. Yeah, I'm trying to think where that's from.
Yes, and
You like that slightly Arabic?
That's not Arabic.
So Mehram is not?
No, it's not.
Okay. And what about Western stuff?
I've been listening to this artist called Haley Westenra. He was a classical singer, but very pure music, very beautiful voice.
Right.
And I've been listening to some of the old jazz stuff. Judy Garland, and so it's almost like a U-turn.
From what you were listening to?
I started with jazz and I said, jazz, I can't make a living. So,
you started off with jazz, right?
Yeah, I love jazz. I love Chicoria, Dave Grusin, and loved all this. But then, after a point of time, then you can't relate to any other music if you play jazz. It's like classical music.
Right.
Where you start becoming a singer and then you're very satisfied with that. You don't want to go further.
You don't want to try out anything else. Yeah. But what about stuff like hip hop and all of that? I mean, you use a lot of it.
Yeah.
But do you actually like it?
I like it. I mean, as a genre of music, it's good. But I can't live with just that. It doesn't satisfy my senses every time. Sometimes it's good to listen in the car or wakes you up. Like the song in Shivaji.
Right. The hip hop song.
The style song, yeah. I love doing it.
That is a great song. You really had fun with Shivaji, I think.
Yeah, we have. we knew that at least people will notice it.
Yeah.
That's very important.
That's true. And with Rajni in a white wig and all of that.
Yeah, incredible. No, it's not a white wig. It's completely skin replaced.
That's right. It's got a white kind of look.
Yeah.
But who do you like from the hip hop artists? Do you have any favorite?
I am actually just entering that genre now. I mean, going to the Western. The last I liked very much was what's that? Gasolina and all this stuff.
Gasolina.
That's pretty interesting.
It's called reggaeton.
Reggaeton, is it?
Yeah. Daddy Yankee.
Yeah, I think you are forced to sometimes follow some genre because you are part of the industry and part of the music stuff.
You can't totally ignore it.
You can't ignore it.
And what about reggae and all of that? I mean, that's something you genuinely like, right? Or was that again you were just using a lot of influences? You liked all the usual suspects, Bob Marley and all of that.
Yeah, Bob Marley, of course. Who hates? I mean, it's so amazing the way the statements which Bob Marley made through music is amazing and sounding convincing and not pretentious, which is an amazing aspect of his music. And
there was a whole reggae phase you went through. I mean, there was.
Well, my whole first song was a reggae, isn't it? Yeah. In a different way.
But you're past that now. You moved well beyond.
No, I'm not past anything.
Still experimenting. And, tell me, Rahman, just growing up, I know you told me you started off with a lot of jazz influences, but who were your kind of, who were the musicians you still plug into, I mean, of the older lot? Let's just talk about Hindi films for before we get into Tamil. Were you growing up on a lot of Kishore and Rafi and all of that?
I never grew up with them actually.
Never.
And only two soundtracks I listened to when I was a child was the song, the Ra 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 Suhana. That's one song, and the soundtrack of Hero. Because since you're coming from the south, you don't listen to that much of Hindi stuff.
Right.
All my Hindi influence came after post Roja. I started listening to from 97 or something. Started following, and then realized how great Rafi Saab was, or Lataji was, Madan Mohan, or Naushad Saab.
So before that, who were you listening to?
Before that, before that it was film music. I was in Malayalam and I was playing Malayalam music of Jes Das and all this stuff.
Okay.
And then I went to Kannada and Telugu with Rajkoti. I was working with Telugu industry.
Nice.
So we did Bhangra every day. And then came
Bhangra and the Telugu, when Bhangra was happening.
Yeah, and then there's so much of it coming on you, and then we broke up. I wanted to break away from it, and we started a band. I used to play stuff which is completely different from film music. And that's when I opened up to all the different genres of music, like jazz and stuff.
But when you got exposed to Hindi film music, what did you like? I mean, what was the stuff that gripped you? Was it R.D.? Was it?
I think R.D. definitely.
R.D. sounds, because he'd be more up your street.
Yeah. And I was playing with his musicians, like the guitarist Sunil or Kasi Lord, and so because Ilayaraja used R.D.'s musicians.
Right.
So when I came to Bombay, I met all those musicians, and it was great. In fact, one of the guitarists led me into jazz.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you recorded with them as well, or you just jammed?
No, I didn't. It's a very brief 2-week thing.
Right.
Fling, I guess.
So you like R.D., you like Kishore, Rafi, anything else?
Of course. I think the whole 60s or 70s, that period was very, I would say, holy and spiritual for the Hindi listeners. There's so much of beautiful music was made at that time. I think all over the world, I think the 60s, 70s had something special.
Yeah.
Not early 70s, I would say.
After that, things went.
Yeah, I think it's a vibration of the world, I guess.
It was being painted.
Even Tamil music was fantastic at the peak of, let's say, the golden age of
Tamil
music generally.
What was